it's time now to go to the papers to see what the headlines are this morning. And we're being joined by Mr. Sola Omolayo, a public affairs analyst. Good morning and welcome to the program this morning, sir.
Good morning, sirs. Good morning, members of this family.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, we're going straight to the papers now. We'll begin with the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian leads with, "Discourse may take 11 years, 1.4 trillion naira to bridge 7.2 metering gap, 7.2 million metering gap." That's the leading story on the Guardian this morning.
Oh, you want me to respond?
Yes, please. 11 years, 1.4 trillion to bridge that 7.2 million metering gap. Yes, go ahead.
It's just unfortunate that we have a lot of lazy institutions that are operating in this nation. And I see no reason why they should not open the market for every other entrepreneur or company to wage into it and put things right. You have a population of over 180 million to 2 million. And it shows that you have nothing less than 20 to 50 million structure that you need to meter. And we just allow some individual to manipulate the life of the citizen, which is going to be another heavy pain in the future if the government did not wake up and do the needful. You should open the world. The banking industry is open, and you have a lot of banks, yet they find it at times difficult to meet the service of the people. Why are you joking with the emotion of Nigerians? Too bad. Wrong statement entirely.
It's worrisome. Okay, another headline is saying federal government to withdraw idle oil blocks, charge IOCs to drill or drop. The Minister of State for Petroleum, that is oil, Hanneken Lukpobiri, said that the oil blocks that have been awarded to some companies and are just lying down idle will be withdrawn if these companies fail to drill oil. And I wonder why you get an oil block and you don't want to drill. It's just funny.
My brother, some of these things I want to believe that Nigerians should not, at times Nigerians should not show concern about statements that are released. What's my business about oil block? What do I really understand about the golden power, the black oil? What do I really understand about it? The one that is being mined, what have we gained from it so far? So some of these statements, I don't want to read meanings to it. The ones that are being mined by foreigners, either, like I feel, it's not that I know I have the detail, but the ones that are being mined by foreigners, who gains it? Where is the output going? Is it to the citizens of this country or the miners who engage in some of these activities? I don't think they are saying anything. Somebody just want to wake up and say something and see is putting any reasonable policy on ground. But what are the ones that are in?
It will cumulatively mean that Nigeria will have crude oil output more than what we have right now. Maybe we'll get up to 2 million barrels a day or 3 million barrels a day if we can do that. So I don't know why you think it's not important for them to put their action where they have already bought oil blocks. Why would you just buy it and leave it there when there are other people who need it?
Some just say and you laugh. NFBC that is drilling oil, what have we achieved? When they cannot even sell, they want to drill to loads. What are we saying? The one that are being mined, allegedly mined and refined by Niger boys that are by some of our people from the south. Why don't you take advantage of it and make a local refinery with that and let Nigeria be free from the oppression of hiking the fuel price, where Dangote will tell you somebody can dictate it to that I can stop selling to Nigerians from our own thing with the refinery that is in Nigeria. These are a waste of talk, my brother. the ones that are being controlled by the government themselves that involves the people. They say Nigerian NNPC, is it NNPC, PC, PL, or whatever call it. What do we gain from there? Tomorrow they say something, nobody knows what is next. My brother, these are cheap talk for people to discuss. I don't think it's worth it.
Okay, still on the Guardian newspaper, the controversy over leaked tribunal judgment as a Doe government, APC, PDP claim victory. So yesterday the news was out. I don't know how true it was that there's a document on online right now that is saying it is the judgment from a Doe State tribunal. But that document or the judgment should be out today. But that other document is in the public glare. As at yesterday, it was out there and people were reading, and APC was claiming victory in that document. And I don't know how you feel about that. The judgment was supposed to be today, but the judgment document is already out if it is the true, certified true copy that the people are parading. But APC is already saying that it is the right judgment and it's out there and they are the winners. So I don't know what you have to say about that.
My brother, if anything turns around, it's going to be the miracle of the year. I mean, one of the miracles of the year. I don't really see any, I'm not expecting anything less of that document. I'm not expecting anything less. And if something turns around, my brother, that shows that something funny can happen in Nigeria any time. I just sit down and look.
But like doesn't it worry you that a secret document of the court can leak to the public just like that? What does that say about our judicial system?
Not today. Are you bothered? Why is this so surprising? They say behind every rumor, because if you want to ask the judicial system that will be giving us stuff, they will tell you that it's a rumor. It's just an imagination of somebody, the mindset of trying to jump into judgment before they start doing it. Don't get yourself bothered about some of these things. You know, if you are used to all of this news, either fabricated or genuine, just wait for the last sound, then you now take your stand on what you want to believe or what you want to see. So there's no big deal in any of this. You see, Nigerians are not so concerned anymore. Like those days that we are so expectant of what the judiciary are going to say. Nobody get crazy about the judiciary anymore. I will tell you for free. That's why you see people, they fight that they want to settle. In those days, you'll be hearing I will take you to court. You hear that of the hospital. Nobody cares. It has gotten into that. So whatever comes up, fine. And if you do otherwise or no, it will be the great wonders of the year.
Okay, let's take a final one from The Guardian. Niger exits multinational joint task force. Who will be the losers? Is it us or the three countries that are now trying to, that have now exited the ECOWAS bloc? Now, even in security, they have exited the multinational joint task force, which means Niger will not be joining with Nigeria and other countries to fight, let's say, Boko Haram or ISWAP or any other thing. So should this worry us as a country? Should this worry us as a bloc, ECOWAS bloc, or not?
See, our leaders know who we are, and I don't be careless. It's just that I just pray that we are not like Andrew, you know. If you watch wrestling so deep, you know, there's this wrestler who is known, is Andrew the Great there. Very giant.
Andrew the Giant.
Andrew the, yeah. Is it Andrew the Giant, we call him? Very tall guy, and so strong. But at times his stupidity and his foolishness will just allow the likes of Mokonga to bring him down. You know, Nigeria, we don't need anybody. I am telling us, Nigeria don't need anybody. This population is thick. Over the average of the population of America. Nigeria is thick. We can run our thing. We have what it takes to, my brother, we have what it takes to be the giant of all, but we are not smart. What is the population of the whole of United Kingdom that are messing up with a lot of black nation? That's why some of the decision of Tory, I really appreciate his fears as a military person, though. I understand what he's trying to do, just like the days of Sankara, making the position. It's not that Tory is not talking about Burkina Faso. He's sending signals to the whole of Africa that we can do this thing, and we are the one that ought to be oppressing the world. So if you see all this, with due respect, all these Boskite nations trying to harass us, it's just like mosquito disturbing your ears now. You know, they know who Nigeria is, and they want to really drag us to that. Andrew, can't you just wake up and do the needful? That's the signal they're sending to us. That's why the likes of Cameroon will just harass our soldiers in those days. Not until when the Buhari of those days in the military, when he was a head of state, had to shake them a little bit before they withdrew back. That we are too strong. And that's why our leaders, they just look at them that, what economy? How can they drag us? When there was a robbery in Lagos, in Western region, especially Lagos State, you know what happened? And the league was from Togo, Cotonou. The president blocked their borders. Omaya, in 2 weeks, they went on their knee, they arrested the armed robber themselves and brought it to us. It was received by the IG them, Tafa Balogun, at the border, just because Nigeria shut the border. This point they are making that they want to close, they want to do what? Let us be annoyed to that and say we want to shut that border. You will see what will happen in the whole of that region. My brother, second base.
Okay. Second base, as you said. Now, Philip Shaibu, we're going to the Nation newspaper. Philip Shaibu advocates active roles for deputy governors. That's on the Nation newspaper. It's a small headline down there talking about deputy governors. For a very long time now, the deputy governors are just maybe appendages to the governor. They don't have a significant role that they play and all that. So Philip Shaibu, the ex-Do State deputy governor, is advocating that deputy governors get better and more defined roles to play.
See, there are a lot of things in this country that we have talked about. We are just going around the clock. If you remember the days of the former governor of Lagos State, that is now the president of this nation, in person of Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, when he had an issue with Koforola Bokno, it was an open discussion that the deputy governor is just a spare tire. That's it. The constitution has really shook them. So there's nothing we can do unless we go back to the constitution. That's why so many things can be very difficult to handle, either by the governor, the deputy governor, even the state assembly, including the president himself. We just need to go back to that constitution and maybe remold the constitution completely, instead of making reference to the 1999 constitution that is not the total making of Nigeria. They have just been reviewing that constitution in the House of Assembly. We need to wake up and create a referendum in coming together in remolding the constitution to suit the original democratic structure, not the one that has a military input.
Okay. Now we go to the Daily Trust. Daily Trust newspaper. It leads with federal government borrows 13.21 trillion naira from World Bank in 20 months. The riders are saying fresh $1.1 billion loan approved in 1 week as debt profile hits 142 trillion naira. The experts are saying multilateral loans vulnerable to corruption. I'd like you to comment on that. Federal government has borrowed 13.21 trillion naira again, from the World Bank in 20 months, and now we have 142 trillion naira debt?
You see, the economy of every nation is very sensitive and gets the understanding of those who are governing that nation at that point in time. We are being told that we are having an increase now, and economists we tell you that it's easier and much better to borrow. That is, if you borrow with a note of investing on the right thing that will last for a long time and the beneficiary of the future generation, not creating a structure that is not viable or equating the amount you borrowed. I believe that when we are talking of borrowing, most time we might not be fair enough with the logic, because most time it's not about the cash that you think. They don't, it's not about cash. Most of the time you hear them borrow money. They are not discussing cash here, like bringing in the raw currency. It enters into contract. Maybe they want a country to come and they want a contractor coming from one of the states to come and invest in this country. That is the tag of what you call borrowing. Maybe they want to build the Fort Mainland Bridge, or they want to do another structure that might not be too clearer to us based on their hidden policies they put in place. And it is they quantify that contract based on the currency that is to be invested in it. So most time people don't really understand that. And I also want to tell the government that anytime they are entering a contract that is going to down a great volume of money, Nigerians should be well instructed on why they are borrowing, and so that it will be much clearer that it's not just about cash, because the mentality of our citizens is that they don't go borrow money again. No. It's like somebody is just trying to bring in dollars into this country and dividing it, sharing the stuff. No, that is not it. And as we are getting into contracts that we need to pay, by cash or by whatever material they want to use, I know we have a lot of reserve now, and before somebody just come one day and enter into that reserve, I think they should also learn to pay up so that it will be good for the citizens of this country to invest in business.
Okay. Now, a final headline here is on the top right corner: man absconds as wife gives birth to triplets. When I saw this story, what hit me was the state of our healthcare system in Nigeria. Your wife is in hospital, she gives birth to triplets, and I'm sure it's because of the cost. He now ran away and left the wife and children in the hospital. What does this say about our healthcare system in Nigeria? What do you think should be done differently so that people at least will get basic healthcare?
I can be too sure that your life music say that the body get accident, double wàhálà for the body and you not the body. In triplets is even, that one is better. Maybe you can even understand that grammar. The one way born one run, or you know many men. In those days, my brother, now women they pack come up for house. This day now men they run. We know they pack. You just carry 2 or 3 shirts. Tell your wife, I'll be back. You know how to. I'm on a pause. The pause don't try. It's about the economy. Money is not. The money is not the impulse. So the woman and the man knows the wahala. You know how much I don't even know how much they sell food now. At times I pity these guys, And from that pampas, why you no go? My brother.
Yeah, but what can be done? Because in other climes, at least some of these things are basic rights to the citizens. Maybe because of health insurance, maybe because of one thing or the other that has been put in place. But in Nigeria, it doesn't seem to be that way. So it leads to where people will run away and leave their families in the hospital. Like you said, even one child is enough for someone to run because the pocket is dry. You cannot pay for it. It's so expensive and all that. So what can we do differently so that these things like this will not happen?
You see, this one British accent, all that they speaking. You don't chop. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Everything is scatter. Where would you start from, my brother? What are we saying here? What? The economy is not stable now. We are fighting a battle that we don't even know. We are fighting an economy war. What are we saying? Everything is expensive. What can we do? You can just imagine an institution, an organization is telling us that for them to meter this country, meter, not upgrading the power source that will create good economy for the people. We are still under 6,000 megawatts. What can we do? When other nations that are even trying to survive, Nigeria is a strong nation, you know. South Africa is having a power output of over 45 to 50 something thousand megawatts. What can we do? For me to run my generator, either it is diesel, you need about almost 1,150 or 1,200 per liter. Their petrol is not stable. Either it's going for 1,200 or it's going for 800, it's just fluctuating. What can we do? Guys, confusion break bone, honestly. Dead body, get accident. Nobody can tell you the right reasoning or senses of what to do about our economy. Even the position of the president is not more about the economy. It is obvious the past leaders. My brother, when you ask questions like this, it's deep. It's deep. Where do you want to enter into? Where the farm produce cannot get to town because of bad road? Which area of economy do you want to talk about? Just tell me, where? How?
That's all right. Okay, well.
So you need an institution that must be disciplined enough to begin to tell the poor, the less privileged, releasing them from too much of taxation. Where people will build structure, before the structure gets to place, if it is wrong, you need to tell them. You pull down institution almost at every time, after much study. A guy is out of the university, there is no hope. First degree, second degree, no hope. A degree holder is earning 50,000 naira, 80,000 in some workplaces. That is for those who even have job at all. What can we do?
Oh, well.
It is policy that we need to look into. We need to, for you to tell me you want to work, and we are not even doing well. These guys are going to contest. We just clap on and sing and call artists to come and sing, and that's all.
It's all right.
They don't talk of things they want to do and practicalize it. You want to give us education? Tell us how.
It's okay. Well,
we have people that you want to invest in.
Some wise men. Some wise men have said. Some wise men have said that every nation is as progressive as the process to selecting their leaders. So we are as progressive as our process of selecting our leaders is. We are as progressive as the kind of leaders we put into positions of.
We are too emotional about picking leaders. Too emotional.
Well, that's where we should. Let us draw the curtain, Mr. Sola. Thank you. It's getting heated, and I quite understand. But this is how much we can take this morning on this segment of the program. We want to thank you for your time this morning.
Okay, when next year coming, always put one fine lady beside you.
All right. That's noted. Thank you very much, Mr. Omolayo. Mr. Sola Omolayo is a public affairs analyst, and he was helping us make sense of some of the headlines on our national dailies this morning. Please grab a copy of any of the newspapers or go online and read what is happening in Nigeria. We'll take a break, and when we return, petrol prices to drop as local refineries start. That's a prediction that has been dropped. Let's see how feasible that will be. Stay with us.